Welcome to the After Hours show. You got myself here, and then you got a league of her own, Adrian, over here on my left, I guess. So, yeah, another good podcast in the books. I mean, we, I noticed throughout the entire podcast, we was trying to talk positively about the hobby for the most part, and I guess we'll go ahead and save the negative aspect of it for the after hours, give the people the opportunity to speak more freely. And on top of that, I actually I pinned a poll at the top. And basically, the question was, how has the hobby treated you personally? Basically, through your journey, as far as meeting people, any shows that you've gone to, any buys that you've done. And as of right now, it's really not looking good. I've got about 82% saying that, well, no, okay, I'm lying. It's actually on a positive note. I got 83% saying that nothing but good experiences here and it's fluctuating. And then I got about 23% saying that they hate where the hobby is today. Okay. And that's what we're actually going to be kind of talking about this evening. So
I picked nothing but good experiences because I feel like I'm 80 overall 80-10% too. There's things that happen that I'm not happy about, but
right.
overall I love it. And real quick, let's say hi to Mike, Nikki, Titus, Tom, Criterium Racer, Lockin, Maddie, Beast, Jeremy, Kenny.
The usual
Oh my God.
suspects.
What's up, guys? Perez, thank you guys so much for being here. Make sure to hit the like button for Mr. Enfuego, please. And he's got a SeatGeek promo code rolling right now on the screen. If you want a discount on some tickets. What's up, Alan, card hobbyist?
What's up, Alan?
Beast, I saw, is that a message? Thank you so much. The only one I can think of, I know about is the Boba Fett one. I don't know if there's any cool like Jose Canseco's or Ricky's or anything yet, but really appreciate that. That's awesome. So yeah, so I mean, for the most, I mean, I try to stay away from the negative. Sometimes I just can't, just you gotta read the news and stay up to speed on it. But
like one of the most common things that I would actually run into is whether it's at a show, whether it's at a LCS, or even just another person on the same platform, whether it be Facebook, whether it be YouTube, whatever the case may be. Have you run into that person who has a particular player's rookie card or whatever the case may be marked up, and you really just want to deliberately ask them where did they come up with that number, but yet before you even ask, they tell you the reason for the price? Like, for example, I remember I went to a show one time, and there was a I forgot what who the player was, but this particular player's card was actually, no, I'm lying. It was Aaron Judge, actually. Yeah, no,
okay.
Gary Sanchez. I'm sorry, it was Gary Sanchez. So we remember, I don't know if everybody recalls, but when he made his debut with the Yankees, fastest player to hit 20 home runs in a season. Okay, and I believe it's a record that still stands today. But then the following couple of seasons, you notice a tank in his performance. But yet, I went to a show, and his cards were still well above what you would expect for Gary Sanchez. But yet, the reason that it's marked up, these sellers are quick to say, well, this is Gary Sanchez. Look what he did you know, when he first came with the Yankees, and in my mind, I'm like, dude, that was like 3 years ago. He sucks now.
Yeah.
What
Yeah.
happened?
Yeah.
But then they'll come back at you with, oh, he's just having an off season. He's had a couple of off seasons,
Yeah.
you know, and they refuse to come down reasonably. I'm not going to say come down to a point where, you know, because I get it. They want to be able to they want to be able to flip to the point where they at least break even, if you will, maybe give or take, lose a couple of bucks, $5-10 or whatever the case may be. But some of these sellers is just out of control.
Yeah. 100%. It's so funny you say that, because I'm wondering if we've looked at this card, the same card. There's a guy on eBay. I have it in my watch list. The 2022 Topps Pristine, Gleyber Torres, red. So numbered out of 5.
Okay.
Looking at, he's got it listed for $150. When you look at sales, it just, you know, as comparable as you can get,
right,
with something numbered out of 5. Like, it just didn't make any sense. So originally, back in, you know, this is months ago, I made a high offer. I feel like high offer, because I was trying to get this for somebody for $70, and he just no interest at all. And I don't know. This person's from New York, so they're just high on Gleyber Torres, and maybe they're just not interested in selling. They just want it up there for the crazy sale kind of thing. But I don't know.
It just doesn't make sense to me, honestly. But I mean,
yeah,
it just blows my mind where, you know, sometimes I want to ask, dude, what runs through your mind when you price these items out?
yeah,
You know, and it's just as bad with prospects.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some of them, I get it, okay, because they probably done their research. They've went online and seen what these scouts have reported on these prospects, but there is no way that every prospect that comes out of these products is going to command a high premium. There's just no way.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm taking a look at the poll that I put at the top of the chat right now, and I'm curious to know, for those of you who say that you hate where the hobby is today, what are some personal experiences that you have encountered that made you click that particular button? What's going on, Phil? Diamond, how you doing? Will, long ball cards.
I just tried to get into one of Long Ball's breaks the other day, but it sold out quick, so I got to catch the next one.
Long ball says it's a tough poll, that he's kind of in between.
Yeah. Tom,
I mean, I'm going into this, and I worded it specifically like this because I know for a fact, for those of us who actually click that, you know, nothing but good experiences, I know that we have come across some challenges, and that's what I'm gonna call them, along in our collecting journey. Like, you've probably dealt with that one person who was just flat out unreasonable, or somebody tried to, you know, get you, for a lack of better terms. Okay, I got that. That's probably happened to all of us at least once. You know, but for the most part, I mean, it's gonna be either or, honestly. I mean, I get it. You and everybody's personal experiences vary. You know, Adrian may have a better experience on eBay than I would, versus me having better experiences than her on Facebook, for example. Okay, so it all varies, to be quite honest. You know, but I think for the most part, we can possibly agree that going to an LCS, going to a card show, you will always find that one individual who is taking the label of hobby and giving it a bad definition. I mean, and some examples would be there's no reasoning of pricing. There's little to no room on negotiations, and I've seen it on Facebook a lot. A lot of people post on these communities within Facebook, and they're quick to put the whole asking $1,800 or better offer, okay? Or you'll have some that if you're looking to buy, they'll put set amount, for example, like 1,500, but they're willing to trade, but that trade value they're commanding a little bit higher than an actual full-blown purchase, which in a way kind of blows my mind. It makes no sense to me, and then I've actually run into a few that has gone that route with the whole sale, I want this much, and trade, I want this much. Or they mention a whole laundry list of specific players and variations of their cards that they would be willing to entertain, which kind of blows my mind, to be honest.
God, there's so many directions I can go with that. I'm gonna hit up everybody in the chat right quick. Nikki, Maddie, Alan, everybody we missed. Jeremy, I saw your post about the relic Bobo. That's awesome. Can't wait to see it. I am jealous. Diamond, Kenny, Huddle, everybody, Sean, anybody we missed. I think it was Johnny. I saw he just posted that Panini redeemed his redemption, and then the FedEx guy sold it or stole it.
Oh, geez.
And then they're like, he contacts FedEx and they're like, get a hold of Panini to file a claim. It's like, can't get a hold of Panini. But from what you were saying there, like things I think about, I've been good about moving on. Like if I go to somebody like at a garage sale or car show and stuff, and they got their stuff priced at like eBay prices, like, and they're not willing to entertain offers. So I'm just like, okay, cool. Have a good day. Because those people on eBay that are selling cards, like I sell cards, just because I sold a card, oh crap, I didn't get to bid on a card I was watching. They're getting, like if I sell a card for $75 on eBay, I'm not getting $75 for that card. I'm getting like $65 for that card after the fees and the shipping and things of that nature. So if you want the same thing as eBay, it just doesn't make any sense. So it doesn't make any sense. So some of the pricing, like if somebody's got something listed high, and I've listed things like high before, it's like, look, I really don't want to sell the card. I just have it here to show, if this is my I don't want to sell it price kind of thing. I get that. If somebody tells me that, I respect that, and I just move on. Yeah, I don't like. Oh, the biggest one I'm not getting right now is those Babe Ruth and Roberto Clemente's.
The retrofractors. Yeah, you seen the prices of those?
Yeah.
A good example, and I think I see it on YouTube. So the price the value of a Babe Ruth base retrofractor is equal to a 1948 Leaf Babe Ruth. Really?
Yeah. If you're picking that over a Leaf, a 1948 Leaf, I just don't get you. Unless you already have a 48 Leaf and you just love your Babe Ruth cards, and this is just something super cool that you want for your PC. I get that. Oh yeah, Huddle. I heard him talking about that in this podcast the other night. His buddy pulled it out of 25 Ruth.
Mm-hmm.
Saying, what are those going for? Like $2,000 or something like that? It's crazy.
$2,000 ish.
But obviously, I haven't heard. They haven't pulled the 101 yet. I haven't seen the bounty yet, so I haven't seen any of the Johnny Bench. I haven't looked too hard.
I haven't seen a Clemente or a Bench.
I've seen the Clementes, but I haven't seen we in the podcast that one breaker pulled a bunch of Roberto Clementes and Babe Ruths. There's supposed to be Johnny Bench ones too, with autographed ones by Johnny Bench. I haven't seen those yet, but maybe I just haven't looked too hard. So
yeah, I mean, but either way, I mean, it's
yeah. I don't get a lot of the Bowman stuff. I used to like not. I'm going back to that too, like where I don't even want to open Bowman. Like I don't get some of the first, like the prices on it. I just don't get it. And like for people that haven't like made it yet, but I do get like people like kind of getting the gambling bug from it, like maybe pulling a good card of a prospect. Yeah, I get that, but
card hobbyists, that is wishful thinking. If only that were actually true. So he writes that he hopes the Babe Ruth 101 gets pulled and it's actually kept in the collection. Who does not know about the bounty?
Oh man, that would be crazy. I would sell that thing so fast.
Yeah.
David Adams on speed dial.
Oh, hell yeah. And then
because you know what I'd do? The first thing I would do is buy a real like Babe Ruth card. You know what I mean?
With $200,000? Yeah. Definitely.
For sure.
I mean, because I'm pretty sure I can find a PSA 1 or authentic Babe Ruth rookie card for a lot less than $200,000.
Yeah. Magic had the same thing with Lord of the Rings. Once a bounty was pulled, the prices dropped. Yeah, I get it. I know they're smart. It's smart marketing to have this bounty and like drive up so people are buying it and looking for it. But I mean, I'm not an influencer or one of those high-end breakers, so I know I'm not going to get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, what's up, Egg? What's up, Block and Sean? Did I miss anybody?
That makes sense, Johnny.
If I pulled a 1-of-1 Babe Ruth card, it's buried with me. That's awesome, Johnny.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's basically how I feel about these manuals that were given to me.
Yeah.
It's out of 2023 Bowman Fire.
What's up, Fire?
There is a $200,000 bounty that David Adams have put on a Bowman First retrofractor of Babe Ruth. 1-of-1 superfractor. So far, I think the lowest that has been pulled that I've seen was out of 5.
Do you see what Lockett said? Which one of us is going to dig Johnny up first?
Well, that depends on where he's buried at.
Yeah.
If he's close to Florida, hey, I'm there.
You'll make the trip?
Yeah, I'll make the trip.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I've seen the lowest I've seen of the Babe Ruth retrofractor was out of 5.
That's cool. That's cool.
So, but again, I mean, it's like when these people pull these items out of these these boxes, you know, and it could be a 1-of-1 of a nobody or somebody who's relatively relevant, the prices instantly get marked up. You know, kind of like what happened with Jason Dominguez.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I mean, and if I'm not mistaken, I think Julio Rodriguez was in that same boat too. Before he made his debut, you know, nobody was really looking for him. As soon as they found out that he was going to get that call, it slowly started climbing. It started climbing. He makes his debut. He starts off on a rocky start. No movement on his value. But then as the season progressed, you know, he shows up to the game early. Oh, his prices went up 10%. He was the first one on the field. There goes another 15%. I mean, what's up, Sticks?
So Six,
It's
what's up,
like a
Will?
lot of these. What was that?
I said what's up to Will too. Will's Vogs
Oh,
is
what's
in
up,
the
Will?
chat. I'm looking at these Babe Ruths on eBay right now. I was just curious.
I was wearing my Yankee hats, Will, but today I had an appointment with the hairdresser, so I'm not wearing one now. But what I have been doing for the celebration of life for everybody is at least one time every hour on the hour that we're live, I'm having everybody drop hat emojis into the chat, and that would be our version of a hat check in respect to Steve. So, but yeah, I mean, we just got to get right with this hobby. And for those of us who look at it from a business aspect, y'all need to come up with a different name besides hobby.
Yeah. All I see on eBay that sold and stuff is at, like lowest I see is out of 25s. The out of 25s sold for like $3,000. So that out of 5, I'm off on that. That's probably at least a $5,000 card.
Probably 5 to 7 grand.
And I think Huddle said his buddy sent it into PSA too. So that's cool.
Yeah. I mean, some factors I can understand that would drive a value up. For example, the biggest one would be the rarity. And a prime example that I can think of would be, let's take the 22 Topps update black gold Julio Rodriguez, for example. His base right now would probably run maybe between somewhere around 40 to 50 bucks, okay, based off his performance. But then as you get to the other variations like the blues, the blacks, the golds, the price would be actually driven up a little bit because there's not many of them out there. But then you get into the reds, yeah, I can understand where the prices are actually going to skyrocket. Completely understand. But if you're looking at and I'll go back to it, Jason Dominguez, a base auto out of the Bowman Mega Box, I actually sold one on eBay for $2,600. I mean, that is insane.
Yeah. I see there's a lot of the Johnny Bench ones on eBay.
Okay.
The cheapest one I could find in a just plain buy it now for just the base one. No, it's not numbered.
Mm-hmm.
$110. And I do see some there's the autograph ones on here too. They are cool looking cards. I mean, yeah. shoot. But no, I can't spend 110 on it. Maybe if it was Ricky Henderson, I don't know.
When you got pieces of crap like David Adams making bounties, it's just going to bring the wrong people in. We just got rid of the flippers. Now you're just bringing in gold diggers with that.
I'm running a business, and I would not be surprised if they know where the 101 is already.
And you know what? I'm glad you brought that up because Mike from Ripping for Rookies actually sent me a text message saying that he found some correspondence on Facebook that I read over and actually shared with Adrian. And right now, and we've talked about this many a times on the podcast, how we are being told that there is a speculation that a lot of these big name breakers are being gifted these beefed up cases. And the first one that comes to mind would be Backyard Breaks.
Yeah.
The validity of that assumption, I don't want to sit here and say, yep, it's true without a shadow of a doubt, because I don't know. But what I will say, and I've seen it firsthand, is a lot of these relatively bigger breakers are pulling a lot more of the bigger stuff than your average Joe, or that small breaker who just breaks for himself on like Instagram or Facebook or something like that. So it leaves that gray area for like, is that really true? So I mean, like, for example, Leighton Sports Cards. There's really nothing bad that I can say about that particular organization. However,
Get
I
loaded
cannot
soccer.
recall them doing a live stream or a break, and whatever product they was breaking was a complete bust.
Yeah.
It's always something with them.
Let me throw this out to you. When I started getting back into cards, 2018, 2019,
Mm-hmm.
I was buying a lot of hobby boxes, especially 2020 products. I would only buy one hobby box and I was getting almost everything that came out because I was having that moment, whatever. In 2020, I would buy one hobby box. I wouldn't buy cases of anything. I'd buy like Big League, whatever. I pulled 3 1-of-1s in 2020.
Wow.
I pulled out of Big League. I pulled a 1-of-1 Albert Pujols. I pulled a 1-of-1 printing plate out. That might have been 2019. A 1-of-1 printing plate of Will Myers in one of the flagship products, and then I pulled a 1-of-1 Superfractor Ronald Acuna out of the 2020 Finest Flashbacks.
Okay.
And it's like that was awesome. Those are good. I feel like the odds were, I don't know. I think almost everything I bought from Blowout Cards, and oh God, I can't remember who else. All I'm saying is like, it's still, I guess it's still possible. That was 2019. Then 2020 pandemic, everything started, cards going up. I think they got a hold of that stuff real quick.
Oh yeah, it's like, definitely.
I haven't seen a 1-of-1 since. Not that it's like easy. No, I'm not saying it's easy to get a 1-of-1 by any means. I was super lucky, but when you think about all of us in our community and like how often we've seen a 1-of-1 out of all of us break, I don't know.
Or even something that would give you that wow factor, like when Huddle pulled that Jeter auto out of 50 from a fucking blaster,
dude. That
is like the unicorn of the hobby.
Yeah.
And none of us own an LCS to my knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. None of us break full time to my knowledge. That was just a personalized break. And holy cow, this just came out of a retail box.
Yeah.
It's like that. Instances like that are more scarce nowadays than before the pandemic actually hit us.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's I guess if the whole idea of sports cards being a business was not a thing, Superfractors being pulled, or these big name cards, or these crazy variations would actually show its face more from random people.
Dude, Huddle pulled a 1 out of 17,000 packs, a card for Rocky. What was that, Huddle? Or is a video I need to go back and watch?
And out of what?
Link that. Yeah, was it a baseball, football, basketball? Because I know you rip everything. And then Johnny says, I pulled 3 1-of-1s in 2021. First was in a break that Jeff got 2020 update. Printing plate, Donruss. Oh, the A-Rod that he gave Mr. Fuego. Okay, cool.
Okay, B said that him and Don pulled a 1-of-1 Wood Mini of Bobby Witt Jr. and the Minotaur relic from Allen and Ginter.
Oh, that's freaking awesome. Oh yeah, I seen I seen Beast say something about Alan and Ginter in the podcast, and I can't. Okay. He was saying they split a box. They got a 101. Oh, that's freaking sweet.
Oh, he pulled a Tops employee from Platinum.
Oh, Chrome Platinum Blaster on cardboard connection. It says only that is freaking.
That
awesome.
is crazy,
dude. I ordered that Chrome. I got a hobby box of Chrome Cosmic coming. I haven't ordered a hobby box in a minute, and I'm pumped about it. But you know what would be so cool is the Taco Fractor wild card.
Yeah,
because I'm just so curious because they did that whole thing with the Webinyama in San Antonio,
right?
Where people that pulled his cards like got to go, dude. If it was like something like that, where I got to like meet a player and go somewhere, that would be cool.
I'm curious to know what would be the consolation for that pull.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy.
That's why I'm so curious of what it could be because but dude, those Taco Fractors, like they're so hyped up, they're so dumb, and they're so hyped up. But I'm like, do I want one? Do I really want one, or is society telling me that I want one? I started following. Oh, doesn't pull Superman. Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
Doug said that Jason Aaron Goldberg pulled a Claves Music Relic card and he kind of wants it.
Yeah. I remember back in 2010, the Strasbourg Superfractor selling for $10K.
Yeah, I remember that. Strasbourg there was big hype around Strasbourg when he made his debut.
See, Lance, that's what I'm talking about. I like tacos. I like cards, both. I went on eBay and I started following like the JJ Blade, like A's card. I thought, oh, A's, I might be able to get a good deal. I think they sent me a offer for like $330. Mm-hmm. I just laughed and moved on. I wonder if that guy sold it. I'm curious. I gotta look.
It's crazy on what we pull. It's just wow.
Yeah. Oh yeah, they got it listed. This guy's got it listed for $500. JJ Blade rookie card. A Taco Fractor.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, listed for $500. He sent me a offer for $350.
I appreciate that, Will.
Sending you some arrows, cool. Eminem, I pulled a Julia Aqua Lava out of $299 from ooh. Did you?
Look at you, Eminem.
Yeah.
But lately, I've been getting to a point where I'm taking a page out of Adrian's book, and rather than dropping 300, 400, 500 on product as a whole, I'm just taking that money and picking out and investing it in on what I'm looking for out of that product.
Yeah, singles.
I mean, with the exception of me splurging just a little bit on the pristine and the cosmic.
Yeah.
Because I just wanted to see what it was. I've never opened that product for myself, but now it's like with the hype around 22 update. Okay, when I first got into that 3 hobby box break with Mike, and he started pulling all these Julios left and right, I was like, oh shit. So you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah.
So going forward, I just started targeting singles.
Yeah. And you ordered the J-Rod box, but if they had a Bo Bichette box, I would buy it. That's because that's a player UPC. Like,
exactly.
That makes sense. So it's fun to open once. Well, it's fun to splurge, but I'm definitely not doing like I was before. I just rather spend the money on the cards that I actually want instead of the ones I'm, to search for them and then have all this money spent. And now I can't afford the card that I want. So, yeah, for sure. Plus, getting stuff graded at PSA to flip too is, the way to go.
Okay. White Sox Tom said that his biggest pull was a Wander First Bowman Chrome Auto out of '99, which sold back in 2019 for $800 raw.
Nice. Did you sell that, Tom, or was that your sale, or did you?
Or did you just happen to run into one that was selling for that much?
And Nikki sent this Chase Claypool downtown. That was his biggest pull to PSA. So I'm hoping for a 10 for you, Nikki. Because that's cool. Do you like Chase Claypool, or was that you thinking to flip that one? Reds maybe playing themselves.
Those boxes are limited sticks. The box that Adrian was able to pick up off of eBay, I think she picked it up for again an undisclosed amount, but it was cheaper if she would have got it at the location, but she ended up going the eBay route and it was a little bit inflated. Now, the collector's box that I bought the other day, I spent $219 on it, and I believe it was actually going on Tops for about 170, 180, if that's what if my memory serves me right. So I mean,
so
it's gonna happen.
So Sticks and anybody that missed it, they were selling these at the All-Star game at the Tops booth, and they sold out of them. And they were selling these. These are there were 3 packs in here. 3 packs, 1 MLB All-Star game exclusive parallel per pack, and look for autograph cards. They were selling them at the All-Star game for $50. They ran out by the time I got there. I really wanted one. I got it on eBay. I think I spent $150 maybe. Opened it. Each pack had a 25 numbered to 25 card in it, and I was lucky enough to get an auto, and my auto was numbered to 25. So then they would drop these on Tops. They had these, and they had a collector's box. I think these were $50 on Tops when they dropped, and then I think $150, if I remember correctly, for the collector's box that Mr. Fuego will be getting. There's 10 packs in there and a guaranteed auto. If you look at these that have been opened, I've ripped one on my channel, and there's other people they've been good. They've been awesome. And so I'm excited for the ones that like Mr. Fuego got and the ones that are coming out, because he's got all this stuff that Julio designed. Looks awesome. So I think I haven't seen them on like blowout cards or David Adams. I've only seen them on eBay for people that were able to get them on Tops.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for you. I don't know.
That is correct, Larkin. Initially, the logo fractors originated in the MLB store in New York City, but now, like for example, 2022 Tops logo fractors, you can find those on David Adams. You can find those at the big 3 distributors, but for 2023, they are still being sold, if I'm not mistaken, at the MLB store in New York City.
And those boxes have seemed to be really good too.
And kind of like what you said, those logo fractors, it's a hit or miss based off the checklist itself.
Yeah. Oh, I did hear that they did have the logo fractors on Tops website for like a minute. I never saw them.
I haven't either.
I've heard that. I know they did last year. I was able to get some last year. But yeah, for the most part, I think just the New York store. And from what I've seen open, they've been pretty good. I mean, you had your friend open a couple boxes.
And he pulled some nice stuff. He pulled a Gunnar Henderson auto numbered to 25, a base Julio rookie cup, and some other stuff that he's sending me. So I mean,
yeah, Nick,
$210.
Your Claypool, if like he has a good game or something in football season, that'll be probably the best, time to sell. See how he does. What do you say? But they're $210 or so, and we're only $65 in store.
I don't think they were $65 in the store for 2023, Larkin.
Yeah, I thought
And I could be wrong. I'm not 100% sure because I haven't picked none up yet.
Yeah, I heard they were like 175. I thought.
Ish, yeah.
Yeah. Last year on Tops, when I was able to get a couple, they were $50, and I only bought 2. I didn't know it hadn't come out yet. I wish I would have bought more, but.
And I mean, they're really no different than your standard Bowman Mega Box. It's just 2 Mojo boxes.
Lockin said he thinks that's what Ped says. Maybe they were 65 in the store.
It's a possibility.
Yeah.
I'm not going to rule it out. I mean, anything is possible.
Yeah.
But then you have these new products that are making their first appearance, and like, for example, Topps Gilded made its first appearance last year, but it was driven and it evolved around Julio Rodriguez. You know, you look at that particular card right now on eBay, the prices for that particular card is crazy. You know, so they took that momentum and dragged it on over to 2023. Granted, the checklist is not as strong this year as it was last, but they're going to try to make that effort into selling it for the same amount, maybe a little more with this year's rookie class. But I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, we got some new cards recently, Will. Shoot, where are my cards?
Where to begin?
I know.
I did see that, Jeremy. So Topps put out a Topps Now card of Stephen Smith throwing out the ceremonial first pitch.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny.
He set himself up for failure.
I literally don't know where any of my cards are right now. I've got everybody else's cards lying out here.
I mean, like right now, what I got in front of me is just stuff that I'm adding into a database that I picked up.
Yeah.
So that I could keep my records. And it's only going to be nothing but what I'm going to call my rod PC.
I have this card that Jebin gave me that I showed in one of my videos, a Sabrina Ionescu.
That is a beauty.
Yeah. It's numbered out of 50. And those that don't know, she's plays in the WNBA on the New York Liberty, and she is a baller. I love this card. You see the whole little thing between Fuzzy and Stephen A on YouTube, or that
I saw glimpses of it.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
Yeah,
and it was instant karma when he bounced the ball. He didn't make it to home plate.
Yeah.
So,
because normally the ceremonial first pitch is always thrown at the base of the mound.
Yeah.
And aside from Stephen Smith, the only one that I know of based off memory who threw from the actual mound was President Bush during 9/11.
Yep. And he threw a strike.
And he threw it for a strike.
Yeah.
50 Cent was a completely different animal there, Will. He threw it to the dugout.
Oh,
man. He was something special. He needs to stick to rapping.
Man.
But let me see where we at with this poll. Okay. So 34 votes and 56% go with nothing but good experiences and 44% saying that it sucked. Well, I mean, we all end up having to deal with that one clown who makes that particular transaction or that experience difficult for us. So but
we should let Smith off in the Cowboys country.
Oh geez.
Hit that like button, guys. Yeah.
I appreciate it, everybody. They showed a video on ESPN where Gratterall's mom threw a strike. Yeah, I did see that too.
That was cool. Yeah. That's because Stephen A. Smith, he just talks so much. He doesn't know baseball. He's admitted that. And every time he usually says anything about baseball, it's dumb. It's dumb. So he said something dumb to Fuzzy the other day too. And so there was like instant karma and what happened to him throwing from, the mound in New York. So I got some cool stuff here that a friend gave me at work to look over to get graded for him. I'm going to show off.
Okay.
It's all football and basketball.
Let's give you... Oh, hold up. That's not what I wanted. Let's go this route.
Yeah. Brock Purdy press proof blue card. There's a Trevor Lawrence rookie card from Flux. There's some people in here that really like football. There's a Justin Herbert laser.
That's a nice Herbert.
Yep. Hunter Henry red shimmer. So that's numbered out of 35. Oh, I love this card. Kobe Bryant rookie card, upper deck. That's cool. And he really likes Herbert. A lot of people around here in Oregon like Herbert because he played on the Ducks. And here's a pink Pulsar Prism draft picks of him on the Ducks.
That is true, Tom. ESPN is more about drama than it is about sports.
Yeah. Amon Ross St. Brown.
Okay.
Like a gold foil. This isn't numbered.
I did see that, Will.
What did he say?
He said that did I catch Jeter with a beard at Old Timers Day?
There's I really like this one, this patch of Herbert.
That's a nice patch.
Yeah. That's numbered to 100. It's kind of cool. And this is just a Herbert pink from, I think, Chronicles.
Oh, shots fired.
Who we got?
Epiphany called that Kobe Copy Bryant.
Copy Bryant?
Basically, he's a mimic. He's a shadow of Jordan.
Oh. Saquon Barkley green Pulsar, I think. It's not numbered. Ooh, this is a cool one, I thought. I like the 49ers. Purple shimmer?
These are cards that belongs to a co-worker of Adrian's, Nikki.
Yeah. And then this Trey Lance. That's what I got. Excuse me for a moment.
Sure.
Husband's hooking me up.
That's what I'm talking about. Where's mine?
I know. I wish I could hand you one. Look at that.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you copy Jordan's game? Are they from Jebbit? Yeah, those are no. Another friend from work, Joel, has been getting into cards more and more. Does Jevin have stuff here right now? I think I sent Jevin stuff in.
As of right now, Will, the meetup will be at the National in 2024.
Yeah. And then my brother-in-law over here. I don't have time. I don't have time to show all this stuff, but this was funny. It's not funny, but it's funny. But he's got a sapphire problem, and there's an auto in here, but there's a lot of these. So sending some to get graded, but he's had me put a few up since he just got called up.
I don't see that as a problem. In his case, I see that as an investment opportunity.
Yeah. Kenny, but you can't claim to be great if you did. I'm missing the stuff. You could put us. You could put me back on the. You could do the double screen again if you want.
Yeah,
Do you
Curtis
want
Mead, he when he made his debut, he was doing okay, slightly above average. I'm not gonna lie. That handful looked like my 15 tops 1990 Frank Thomas rookie cards.
Yeah, sapphire is gorgeous diamond.
Yeah. We should organize to all be on the same floor of the hotel. No, you don't want to do that.
You can with me if you want to be in bed by 8 o'clock, because that's what time I go to bed, 8 p.m.
If you want to be, if you want to be an 18-year-old trapped in a 45-year-old body, you want to be my roommate, or you want to be my next door neighbor. And I'll regret all my actions the next day. Hotels are starting to sell out. Jesus.
Are they already?
Damn. I haven't even got a notice about the upcoming national yet.
I don't even. Yeah, where's it at in Cleveland? I wonder. Does anybody know that they have a regular place they have it at?
Who knows? But I do know that if that actual hotel does sell out, I'll just find one that accepts military discounts.
Oh yeah. Let me curious.
Nikki said whatever happens in Cleveland stays there.
Stays in Cleveland, yeah. Let's see.
That's why you go to church on Sunday, to become holy for the week again. Touche there, Johnny. Touche.
Let's see, 2024 National.
Damn. Huddle said he started looking at hotels the week after the one this year's ended.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. It's going to be my first national.
Yeah, mine too. Let's see. Chicago, Cleveland.
Is that Neo Cards and Comics they're locking? Okay, yep. I do follow Neo, and he be putting out some good information too.
Oh yeah, I dig. I like Neo.
Especially when he did a video when he opened up 2 boxes of sapphire and said, "Don't buy this because I bought it for you," and both sapphires were a bust.
Okay, it's at the. I'm gonna say that's the 9 Center, where the Nationals at in Cleveland. I'm kind of figure out.
Okay, so Tom is saying that Chicago is the best venue ever. Everything is right there. The airport, hotel, bars. Yeah, awesome.
Okay, I'm seeing in the Cleveland, like where the center's at. It's near the airport. It's like at the airport. It almost looks like.
There are some close by, but when I look at Hilton properties, they were sold out. Yeah, well. I'll tackle that bridge when I come to it.
Yeah, that was my plan too. But now I'm wondering if I need to address that bridge sooner than later.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah, might be checking this out.
Maddie got it lucky. He said he's only 5 hours away. He'll be the Uber.
All right, I'm gonna waste my time looking this up later. Kraft, he said we can all crash at his place. I know. I'm gonna call Arnie up because Arnie lives in Cleveland. You want to start looking now? Okay, good to know.
Yeah,
good to know.
I'll start looking Monday.
Everything's cool.
Okay. So just a reminder for everybody, we have been having a 3-day event on the Cardmunity Inc channel for the celebration of life of Steve Marquez. Day one was the break. Okay, that I feel was successful. We just completed day two today, which was nothing but wheel prizes. All right, and then tomorrow the grand finale is we've got Sticks doing his Jeopardy show. We have Adam from Adam's Car Closet doing his Guess Who, and then Jason from Canadian Car Breakers, he's taking the lead on doing the Deal or No Deal. So once we are complete with all those three game shows, we will end the live stream with one final video that I put together in paying homage to Steve, and also there's gonna be some snippets in there for his daughter as well. If you have time to show up for it, all any and all support is greatly appreciated. Um yeah, we have a good time while we've been doing this all weekend, but in retrospect, the reality is we're all doing it to pay homage to somebody who played a big part in the community. You know, a lot of the things that he was doing when he was with us, we're trying to carry on that tradition in what we do for him. And ultimately any finances that have been raised by everybody here has been for his daughter Shay, because we all know young lady in college, you know, college ain't cheap nowadays. So we try to lessen the burden for her. So we would appreciate it if you actually showed up. I believe tomorrow the stream will kick off again around 12 Eastern Standard Time or 1 o'clock. I could be wrong, but it's going to be a good time. If you do have the opportunity, please show up. It's going to be great.
Awesome.
And then next weekend? Let me
Yeah.
see. Next weekend, the first time that it's ever been done within the Cardmunity, we're going to have two podcast shows combined into one. We're doing a collaboration with Huddle Car Collection, and it's going to be a good time. We're going to be talking hobby. I'm sure Huddle and his partner is going to pick our brains, just like Adrian and I. We're going to do the same on their part, and I'm looking forward to it. Kenny says it's his
Can't wait.
birthday weekend.
Woohoo! This weekend or next weekend, Kenny? Oh yeah, the rip party. I forgot to talk about the rip party again. Top's rip party.
That's right. So we still got a couple of minutes. So September 30th. Okay. If you go back to last week's episode of the podcast, I put up the website that Tops was advertising for the Tops Rip Night. Okay. If you put your zip code into that website, it will give you a list of all the LCSs within that zip code that are participating in the Rip Night, in case you wanted to actually go to it. And a lot of what these LCSs will be doing are pack wars. They're doing giveaway prizes. And if you won, you could actually contact these specific LCSs in your area and find out exactly all the details that you want to know for that night. I'm gonna try to do a a trip to my closest LCS and do a in-person interview with them. So
cool.
that way I can get that interview and we can post it up on the podcast and get their perspective on, you know, what plans they had for the Rip Night, and what they expect out of it. You know, because I mean, as great of an idea as it sounds of me being at my LCS during the rip night, during the podcast, I think it's going to be a little bit chaotic because everybody and their brother's going to be there. You know, so I'd rather just do my recon in advance and bring it to you guys here in a more controlled environment.
Good call. I hate people too.
Yeah, people are overrated. You know, so it if you're a people person, yeah, no. Tom says his LCS is having a rip party.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, if you guys are actually at the rip show and you happen to pop into the podcast, let us know how the festivities are going within that LCS. We would love to know. Alan says, as long as you won't be picking brains through your noses. I can't promise that. So, but we are just over an hour. I've been glued to this computer since 12 o'clock this afternoon.
You're ready to move on.
I'm ready to move on to bigger, better things.
Yeah.
Okay. You got anything, any final thoughts, Adrian?
Thank you, everyone, everything. Podcast, coming to the after show, the whole Celebration Live Steve. It's been epic. Epic today, epic always. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate you.
Yep, you and I would get along just great there, Johnny. I keep it simple, but I appreciate everybody showing up. Make sure you guys show up to the grand finale of the Celebration of Life for Steve tomorrow. And with all that being said and done, you know, as I always say in my videos, it's been fun and it's been real. I will catch you all on the next one.
Night, guys.